Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill. I'm Jen, middle-aged grappler, coffee addict, and proud owner of the world's ugliest armbar.
And I'm Mallory, your training partner who's always laughing, even when being absolutely smashed, submission lover, and early bird fundamentals coach.
Here on Chokeholds and Chill, we dive into the lives of our favorite sparring partners, the highs and lows of training, and what it really means to chase big dreams on and off the mats.
But it's not just about jiu-jitsu. We're here for the laughs, the lessons, and the moments that remind us why we love this crazy sport and this crazy life.
We're here to talk about the good, the bad, and the hilarious, because let's face it, the mat teaches us more than just arm bars and mount escapes.
It teaches us about ourselves and how to navigate through life while being a part of an incredible community of people.
I mean, that's how we met.
Whether you're a seasoned competitor, a white belt finding your footing, or someone who just loves a good story, this podcast is for you.
It's about the roles we take, the people we meet, and the lessons that stick with us both on and off the mats.
So grab your gi, tie your belt tight, and get ready to roll with us.
This is Chokeholds and Chill. Let's get into it. So, shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's let me tell my favorite branch story quick. It's not my favorite branch story, but can we just talk about how there was one day when we were having a safety meeting in the parking lot and we pulled up.
One day.
Well, it was a specific day.
Okay.
We pulled in like right next to you and you're sitting in your car like on your phone or something. And so we just decided to just stare at you for like good 3 minutes.
In
we were
our minds, it was really long.
Maybe it wasn't that long, but we were just staring. Just like waiting for you to like look over and notice that we were staring. And you just like got out of your car and walked into the gym.
Do you not have ADHD that you just have to look? You must not have it.
We were like,
he's just no awareness. What's going on?
It was just, you were just like focus face. I was like, he just fucking, you didn't even notice us here.
How dare he not
I'm
look
like, we
in
have
the
the
car.
window down. We're blowing smoke out the window. Like, do you not smell, dude? No.
He's like, I know what happens here, and I am done with these bitches. They're going to come in here and try to roll with me.
And then
I have to put them in their place.
There was another time more recently that we were parked on one side and you pulled in and you were on the opposite side of the parking lot, but there was an open space and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Branch. Wouldn't it be funny if I pulled up next to him?
We were just going to back in.
But I wasn't 100% sure that it was you. So I was like, all right, if it's not him, this could be really weird. But anyways,
in the neighborhood we're in, if it's not him and we just back up to some random car.
hey. So anyways. Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill. I'm Mallory, here with my beautiful co-host, Jen.
What's up,
and
bitches?
Yes, and we have an awesome guest today joining us. He's a Coast Guard rescue swimmer, a jiu-jitsu player, an all-around fascinating human being who's born in the Ukraine, raised in Germany, and now saves lives in the U.S. So welcome our friend Branch to the pod.
Welcome, Brand.
We're so happy to have you. Let's get into some shit. So when I messaged you to ask you like just a little background to kind of see where we wanted this to go, and you said you were born in Ukraine and raised in Germany, I was like, what the fuck is this man of mystery? Like, I didn't know any of this about you.
He needed to come in like a tuxedo with like a coffee cup that turns into a gun or something.
Yeah. So I was already like, oh my gosh, I have so many questions for you. But can you like kind of share the beginnings, the origin of Branch?
Yeah, I got you.
You tell.
Yeah, so I was born in Ukraine, and at like 2 years old, I got adopted, and then moved to the States from there. Mm-hmm. And then after a few years living in the States, ended up moving to Germany.
Okay.
So I kind of grew up in Germany for like 7 years, from like 12 to 19.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
So,
and so what brought you to Germany?
So my dad, he's in the Army.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
right over, you know.
But can we back up to the Ukraine? Mm-hmm. So will you tell us more about, yes, you were born there. Were your parents from there? Your biological parents from there?
Yeah, so my birth mom, she is Ukrainian. And then my biological father is Nigerian. So he was visiting as a doctor.
Oh,
This is
wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is so fucking cool.
This is so fascinating. Yeah. So you were adopted. So what's the story? So your mom and dad, your dad wasn't your biological dad, right? So he was traveling as a doctor, you said.
Yeah.
So do you have a relationship with your biological dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've tried to find him, but it's like his name is a nightmare.
Is it?
Yeah, I couldn't even pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
But you have the name.
what's that?
You have the name.
Yeah, I got it somewhere. It's
cool.
a nightmare though.
Yeah. Oh man.
You have to go there.
Start.
You got to go to Nigeria and start asking questions.
Find a Nigerian prince.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Branch gets an email and it's like real. He actually is the son of a Nigerian prince.
Oh my gosh, that'd be wild. So when you were adopted, what is the background of your adoptive parents? Because you're obviously a black man, Ukrainian man. Were you adopted by?
Oh, they're Caucasian.
They're Caucasian.
Yeah,
Okay, because I have some friends who they're black and they've been raised by white people, and I know that's it's a different kind of dynamic. And so how was that for you
It's
growing up?
different, but like as a kid, you don't really notice it.
Right.
But as you get older, you're like, oh, okay, because you're
Yeah.
walking around with family, and people are looking at y'all weird, especially in Germany.
I find that interesting too because I've been to a little bit of Germany, and Austria is the whitest place I've ever been in my life. Everybody was white, and I was like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But Germany was a lot more like variety of people, and I heard like, I don't know. So what part of Germany were you in?
I was in Stuttgart. It's
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, have you been there?
No, just Munich.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nice. It's pretty diverse as well. Like all
Yeah.
the bigger cities are very diverse,
Yeah.
but then you go outside of those, and it's like, yo, you guys should read a history book.
They don't
Yeah.
speak English outside of the cities either. All German. Yeah. And so you talked a little bit, I know you're coaching soccer. You were coaching soccer even here. How did you start with soccer? How long have you played? Like, is it a number one passion outside of jiu-jitsu or?
Oh yeah, not anymore. I actually went and played a Sunday league game with my buddy.
Yeah.
Messed my feet up. So
Oh no.
I had like blood under my toenails and stuff. Like, I was wearing cleats that were too small. It was
Bro.
cold. I was like, yeah, it was
That's
bad.
horrible.
So I'm done. I'm retired.
You're retired, but you coach?
Play?
I don't know if I'm going to be coaching anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think it's over. The age group was really weird. It was they were doing 7th to 12th grade as the age group.
Wow.
So we had a bunch of 7th graders getting just demolished by kids who like drove themselves to the game.
That sounds awful. That's too big of an age range.
bananas.
Yeah.
As a parent too, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, no
Was there
thanks.
just not enough kids to separate the teams?
Exactly.
Really?
The parents were pissed too. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're like, it sucks. Like it gives you a visceral reaction. You go in there,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's just getting blown out by 10 points. Like in
Right.
soccer. Like,
Well, and soccer is
Yeah.
such a like contact sport. Like people don't realize that. Like you are literally in it.
yeah.
And
Right.
so if you have a smaller 12-year-old and a friggin' 18-year-old man
Yeah,
and
no.
he's gonna shoulder check you, you're going flying.
Yeah, and also like as a coach, you teach kids and teens a lot differently than you like coach older
Right.
teens. Like, the shit that I do in my adults classes, I would never be allowed in a kids class with the way that I speak and stuff. Right. So like that's a weird dynamic too. Like how did you figure out how to navigate that?
We didn't have any kids
Oh,
that
really?
were like older than 14.
Yeah, okay.
They were all
So it's like other teams had
other
the old.
teams were stacked. They were just
No.
yeah. And the way they run it here is pretty weird. It's like all the teams just stay together. Time they don't ever switch the teams up. The
Yeah.
teams just keep getting better and better and
Yes.
better. And then any new team, they're just getting like whatever players the good team doesn't want. So it's kind of
It's like the bad news bears.
yeah.
That's
sounds
really what they do here. It's
not
very
fun.
bizarre.
Crazy.
So when
I don't get it.
So when you were playing with your friend or whatever, when you messed up your feet, that's like a pickup recreational league, or
It's like a Sunday league, but
Oh, that's
those are
cool.
notoriously like a bad idea to jump into because people take it way too serious. Like,
Really?
people get injured,
and
yeah.
where is that?
It was up in Salem.
Oh, okay. I was like, they have stuff like that around
not
here.
here.
No, they do. No, at the Sunset Middle School, they got an indoor league. Adults.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Interesting. Does the Coast Guard have like recreational leagues and stuff? Because I know that some like Army and other branches.
Yeah, the Army and all the bigger branches, they do.
Yeah.
The Coast Guard's kind of poor, so
Yeah.
they have like a rugby team.
Oh.
Which is,
Oh.
like, kind of interesting,
kinda
I
cool.
guess. But
Yeah.
I'm not about to go play rugby, so.
Not
It's very
today.
yeah. No, that doesn't appeal to me very much. So
find it,
you said
though.
when you left Germany, you were in California.
Yeah, so I left Germany to join the Coast Guard.
Okay.
So I went and stayed with my brother for like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Like I went through MEPS and everything over in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait,
then,
you just moved from Germany?
2019, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Are your parents still in Germany?
No, they're back. They're
Okay.
actually moving to California like this week.
Oh, no
from
shit.
South Carolina, yep.
Wow.
So they'll be closer to you now. That's
be
cool.
nice.
That's awesome. Okay, so you moved from Germany and just into the Coast Guard from there.
Yeah, straight to boot camp in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah, New Jersey's a dump. So that place
Yeah. It's rough over
Yeah,
there.
I mean, New Jersey gets a bad rap.
sucks. Aren't you from New Jersey?
I'm from New
Hoboken's not
York.
so bad.
I'm from New York. My brother-in-law is from New Jersey, though. I don't know if he'll be happy to hear that.
I'm sorry.
You go
But
straight
no, it's
across
okay.
the river, it's not so bad.
No, there is definitely some dumpy parts of New Jersey. But how long were you in boot camp?
I said 8 week.
8 week.
thing.
Okay.
I think that's why I don't like New Jersey. Because it's pretty miserable, you know.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. Tell us about the boot camp process.
It's you get off the bus and they're just screaming at you. You
Yeah.
get there before you get to the bus, you get off of it, they're screaming at you. People are crying. It's like
Wow.
it's wild. It's very obviously militant.
Yeah. And you said you were 19, 20? 19. Okay. Okay.
So I was like, what the?
Wow.
What's going on?
Especially like from the way it happened, like moving to a new country and then going to
Yeah.
Jersey
Right.
straight into boot camp.
It was
Like,
That's wild.
yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah. So did you know like that you wanted to go into the Coast Guard like when you were younger, or was it kind of
Kind of in between. When I
Yeah.
was younger, I was like, oh yeah, the Coast Guard would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like that'd be
did your
neat to
dad
go.
being in the army like influence that?
Yeah, I almost joined the army, but I'm really glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that would have sucked. But no, I definitely wanted to join the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just was like, oh, I'll go do something else. Maybe get
Yeah.
an education.
Yeah.
And I was like, school sucks. So,
They're like, no, I'm gonna do the Coast Guard.
be back in the Coast Guard. So during all of this time, this is all around 19 years old, you had something else poignant happen in that period. Want to
yeah.
tell us about it?
yeah, I was able to meet my birth mom, which was crazy. Yeah, it was a weird experience. Like I flew to Lithuania.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like a few months before I left.
Okay.
So I ended up finding her on Russian Facebook, which was
Wow.
crazy.
That is crazy.
And I didn't get like a response from her. She probably had it deleted or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess she like re-downloaded it, saw the message, and then texted my mom. Was like, "Yo, can I like
Wow.
reach out?" You know?
Oh,
So it
that
was like
a
an
nice-
open adoption situation where she had your information and she could reach out, or
Yeah. So I don't
Wow.
know if she had my information, but like
you had your
I think it was
mom's.
like if
Yeah.
I could reach out, or my mom had information.
Okay.
Her name and
Okay.
her date of birth and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was able to search by date of birth on the
Yeah.
Russian Facebook, so that was kind of cool.
Wow. That's wild. So that must
How
have
was
been, yeah.
It was wild because she doesn't speak English.
Oh.
So she speaks like 5 different languages, like Lithuanian, Ukrainian, Russian, and a few others. But she
Wow.
doesn't really speak English. So
Wow.
it was. She had a friend who came over and translated. And it was really cool. Got to kind of hear what happened and everything. And
Yeah.
so it started to make a little bit more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And apparently the orphanage lied to her, which was crazy.
No shit.
I've heard that's a thing.
Yeah. She tried to go back and get me, and the orphanage lied to her and said I was already adopted. It was crazy.
I have chills right now.
Oh my
I'm so
gosh.
shook for you right now.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That
so-
is
Poor
but
crazy.
it's a good thing. Like it does.
Yeah,
good thing
yeah,
came out of
yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
But it is wild to think about how one little thing, like the butterfly effect, right? Like one thing changed the entire course of your life.
It's crazy.
Like you probably wouldn't speak English. Like
yeah.
that's so crazy. You'd speak 5 different languages had things been different.
Do you speak other languages too?
I just speak German. A little
Okay.
bit, yeah.
That's cool. Were you raised like speaking mostly German, or was it like a bilingual household?
No, it was English, and then when I moved to Germany, I got
Okay.
thrown straight into German school.
Okay.
School.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
speak any German at all. I was
Jeez.
in class, I was like, "What's going on?" Like,
That's
I
wild.
just don't understand anything. And then over time, like I started to, pick up on
Mm-hmm.
stuff, started
Yeah.
learning. But they're doing math in German.
Right.
Like, I don't get math in English. Like,
Right. Yeah. Were you with other military kids?
No, straight German. School.
Wow.
Fully immersed into it. It was
Holy
crazy.
cow. That's
Your
like,
parents are like, we're gonna give it all to him.
Yeah.
He's gonna sink or swim. We're
Wow.
throwing him in.
That's
Definitely
crazy.
Sunk. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Did you think I mean, I imagine it's extremely difficult. German's difficult anyway. It's similar to English in some ways, but
Yeah.
Is
it's, I ended
Yeah.
up getting held back and stuff because I didn't
Yeah.
speak German.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got held back like 1 year
Yeah.
in like middle school.
I would imagine though being like just dropped into that environment. Like you've learned how to adapt very well to different places and different things, I would assume.
Yeah, I guess that's an okay skill to have.
Yeah, for sure. For
No big
sure.
deal. Just a life skill that everybody wants.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so after boot camp, what was next?
I went straight to Petaluma, California.
Okay.
And so the contract I signed was like, oh, you get to go to a station with a pool. Because I knew I wanted to go rescue swimmer. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Petaluma and train. And then I realized, like, it's going to be hard. Like, all the underwater stuff, like, I had no idea.
Did you grow up
didn't?
as a swimmer? Like, okay, so this was just,
Like,
You're like,
I'm baffled.
did you knew how to swim, obviously.
I knew how to, like, not drown, but, like,
but you were not a swimmer.
no. Yeah.
That's my skill level. So I know,
It can get better.
Oh my God. I'm
I'll
like,
never be a fucking
I'm
rescue
like
swimmer.
bamboozled that you were like, yeah, I know how to float basically, but I'm going to go be a rescue swimmer. Like, what?
It was,
Do tell.
That's incredible. Yeah. So tell us about that.
it wasn't my smartest decision ever. Like, it was kind of hard, but especially not being able, because you're in there with D1 swimmers. Like, there's guys in there who are like, swam for Hawaii and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
And you're up against them, right? There's
you're
only
trying to
so many
keep up.
paces.
Yeah, and obviously I wasn't keeping up. I was the worst in swimmer school, like at everything. Like,
Oh my gosh.
just kind of scraped my way by.
Wow. How long does that take, swimmer school?
It's a 6-month
Okay.
school. So.
Wow. Did you feel like you had to do like a lot of extra work to kind of catch up to these swimmers that?
Yeah, so I ended up being in Petaluma. And you're supposed to be there training to go to the school for like 6 months. I was there for a year and a half because I am not ready. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
there. And
But
if
they
you-
gave you that option. That's
And
cool.
if you fail, like you go to a boat. And I did not want to go to a boat. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take my time and getting ready and stuff. Because there's so much different stuff that they do.
Yeah.
Like different weird drowning stuff. And it's just,
That's so terrifying to me. Like the ocean is scary.
Oh my God. So what does a training day look like, or your practice training? Because right now you're not at training yet. You're learning how to go to the school, right?
yeah, at that point, yeah. So, and the school is like, so it's 6 months and it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You wake up, you go work out from like 7 to probably like 10. Wow. Just like CrossFit stuff.
Okay.
And then you go
Okay.
straight to the pool and then you swim for what felt like forever. And then you go to lunch and you come back and you swim some more. And that was like
Jeez.
6 months long. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays were a little bit chiller where you kind of learning techniques, but you're still getting beat. So
Oh my gosh.
it's pretty,
I can't even fathom like working out that long.
it's hard on your body, like 7 hours. working
Yeah.
out, like almost every day.
Jeez.
It's
And
intense.
yeah, thankfully you're young, right? Oh my gosh.
It's literally at a professional level, though, right? Like you have to train to professionally swim to save people's lives. Like you just got it all in a year and a half instead of a lifetime.
That is so crazy. Like, that is so interesting. So then after, like, obviously that's a huge accomplishment, finishing that. Like, how did you feel after that was done?
Yeah, no, it was very relieving because they do tests. There's like these different tests, like scenarios. Like you'll get 6 survivors that you have to save in the pool or whatever, or 2 or 1. And then the last test, like if you fail that, like if you fail any of them 3 times, you're gone. Like, they'll kick you out.
Wow.
So I ended up failing the very last test like once, and I was just in the car. I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna get kicked out of here. And it was just like, yeah, it sucked. And then I ended up the next day. We had to drive 2 hours in the car to get back because the pool was broken. We had to go to a different pool. All this,
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
it's
sitting in the back
trafficy
of the
over
car.
there.
What's up?
It's all trafficy over there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was the only one who failed. Everyone else passed, and I was just in the back of the car, just oh man.
Just beating yourself
Yeah,
up.
just beat myself up, just bad as hell. And then the next day I went in and was able to pass, but
That is so stressful, though.
I was stressed.
My gosh. So when you say, like, if you didn't pass that, you'd end up on a boat, what would that entail? Like, if you ended up doing that instead?
Oh, they would just, they'd process you out of school, and then they would give you orders to wherever they want you to go. Needs of the service is what they call it. It's really
Right.
wherever they want to send you.
Right.
Alaska, Hawaii, wherever.
Okay. So being a rescue swimmer, like, you're here in the States, like, they wouldn't send you anywhere else, or?
But it's all stateside. That's kind of what I like.
Yeah.
You know, I think there are some Coast Guard people who are like in Germany or something like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like,
They kinda-
always out near the ocean, just
Yeah.
hanging out. So I like it.
That is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
And so what was it, last year? And fairly recent. It feels like really recently, but there was that piece about you on the news because you are an amazing, like literally hero.
Lifesaver.
And I know you're like so humble and modest. You're like, no big deal. But can you tell us about that? Because holy cow, like
that was a crazy day.
Yeah.
So it was just training. Like you're required to go to that training for a week long, and you get thrown into these 25 footers, and you're just getting beat up. And it was a whole week that it was cold. It was just not fun. But it was the last day, and I was really hoping we weren't gonna go out because the waves were too big. And so they ended up calling training, and then like they got a mayday call, and this dude was like very weird, and he's like, "Y'all better fucking come get me! Like I'm gonna die!" Like
oh
it
gosh,
was crazy. And then played rock paper scissors to go on it with a bunch of other swimmers, like, and ended up going out there, and we were looking for the boat for a while, and then sure enough we found it. They sent me down, and then the boat got absolutely annihilated.
oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Where are you in this situation? They're sending you down into the wave. The boat's getting destroyed. Are you hanging at this point? Have you
Yeah, I was right next to it when it got hit.
Okay.
So I was swimming up to it, yelling at the dude, like, "Come on, man, get off the boat," you know? And he just pointed over, and then I saw white water coming, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna hurt." And
oh my gosh,
then I came up, and the boat was just everywhere, just debris.
that is crazy.
So the boat broke on you.
Not on me, thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah, my pilots were really good. Like they were
Okay.
all instructors and stuff, so they're really knowledgeable. And they're like, "We're gonna drop you here because if a wave hits it, we don't want it rolling on top of you."
Okay.
yeah.
Thankfully, they did that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Like, you know. So, thankfully, they did that, and I didn't get hit by the boat.
Wow.
I probably wouldn't be dead. to be
That's
honest,
why. Yeah, I'm like that'd be so much. So then you get the guy off the boat, and you.
Yeah, I came up, and they did what they call it emergency pickup. They just sent the hook down immediately because they're like, it pushed me for like 100 yards. I was like underwater for 100 yards. Yeah.
That's so scary.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Would you say that that's like the most scary experience that you've had since the Coast Guard? Or, all right, tell me, what is the scariest experience that you've had then? Because now I'm like, that sounds so scary to me.
Scary, there's a lot of scary ones. Like there was one at night, and we kicked our other pilot out. So the one pilot was doing everything by himself at night, like near trees and stuff.
Oh my
Almost
gosh.
Like that stuff's more scary, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff where, like everyone almost dies. That's a little more scary.
Yeah.
The
Holy
helicopter
cow.
shit is next level scary, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He was really good. He's an Army pilot before, so he was
Just a
on
champ.
got it.
Yeah, he was on it. Yeah.
Oh my
good.
gosh. That is so crazy though. Like that is terrifying. So kudos to you, my friend. Like you like literally are a lifesaver. So
Damn it.
I could never do what you do. So thanks for that. It really
Thanks
is
for passing
incredible.
that class.
So now how long has it been since boot camp, since all of this started? How long ago was that?
It's been almost 5 years.
Almost 5
Actually, almost
years.
6.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been
Has
a
that flown by?
Oh yeah, it's so
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
You're
My
getting
body's
old.
hurt. My body hurts.
That's so wild.
And his body's all hurting and sore. And then on top of everything else, this fool decides he's going to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah. How did that happen? Because, we get a lot of Coast Guard people in the
They
gym.
can't handle it.
And I think I probably said this to you when you started. I always say, like, do I need to learn your name or are you fucking leaving soon? Because I don't like getting attached to Coast Guard people
hard.
because I know that they're gonna leave eventually and it's really hard and sad. So I think, when I met you, you're like, no, I'll be here for a little bit. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll learn your name. Like, it's fine. We'll
allow
see. Like, I'm still salty about Kobe. But did other Coast Guard people encourage you to come? Like, how did that happen?
It was my roommate. He left.
Who's your
Like
roommate?
you guys were saying, Mason.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Mason.
Okay.
He was my
Yes.
roommate, and he ended up buying me the month and a half pass.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And he was like, dude, you gotta come with me. You gotta come with me. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not doing that. That's weird, dude. This is jujitsu.
Because it is weird.
Like, I'm not gonna mount other dudes for fun. Like, what?
Super gay.
Yeah, it's pretty gay. Nah, I'm good.
There's that meme or whatever that I laugh at it every time I see it, but it's like when people call a jiu-jitsu gay wrestling, it's definitely not wrestling. It's just gay. But yeah,
So
so
Mason buys you things and you ain't having it.
Yeah, so it was like sitting under my bed or something for like 3 months.
No
he
shit.
kept asking me. He's like, dude, come on, let's go. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll go to a class. And then,
Peer
I went
pressure.
to the class and just loved it. It was great.
that's so. Was it like the first class you went to? You were like, "Oh, I'm in," or did it take you a few classes?
The very first class, I was like, yo, this is awesome.
I love that. That's so great because I feel like it's we were talking to Sean about this, but it's like we have a sense for people who when they come in and they're like, we can tell, all right, they really like this, they're in, and then you get the people that were like, don't know if they're gonna make it, like don't know if they're gonna stick around.
Yeah.
So that's awesome though that you were like right away.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, what drew you in?
Shrimping. No.
The shrimping.
I was watching videos of people getting like knocked out on like Reddit and stuff, like in front of their families and their girlfriends. I was like, dude, I gotta figure out.
You're like, I can't have that. I can't have that.
Getting knocked out in front of your girlfriend. Obviously, jiu-jitsu is not striking or anything, but I was like, I need to figure something out.
Yeah. Did you do any sort of like combat training or anything in the Coast Guard?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Just the water jiu-jitsu.
Just the water jiu-jitsu. Have you found jiu-jitsu helpful in your swimming in any way? Is there any crossover there?
Well, it's really crazy because the way they teach to stop like a drowning person from getting on top is you just go here and then arm drag and turn them.
Yeah.
And grab them. That's what they taught. And just
That's
in the
why
water.
Branch already knows things.
Dude, that's
Just in the
awesome.
water and like
Yeah. And obviously, like you were already good at remaining calm and keeping your composure in stressful situations. Obviously, that's like your career. I feel like that's something that a lot of people get out of jiu-jitsu is like you get comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So you kind of had a leg up there.
I don't know about a leg up. It's pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When you're getting held down, it's like
Yeah.
it's easy to like almost like freak out. You're just
Yeah, exactly.
it's like claustrophobic and
Yeah.
can't move.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like
Yeah.
That's, yeah. So, I mean, I would imagine that, being in the water is kind of like the same. You don't have control over where a wave is like beating you up. So, I don't know. It's all just so wild to me.
It's so stressful to
Yeah,
me.
so stressful. But there's, a lot of similarities, right? Like endurance and mental focus and strength and everything, problem solving. Like,
a little bit of that. Yeah.
a lot of
lot of
crossover
that.
there.
Yeah.
Were you here when Raphael was here?
I don't think so.
Oh, you didn't meet him.
He used to be our only black dude at the gym. No, you are.
Let's go.
Which we're going to talk about next. There's my good segue. But yeah.
Still recording.
Oh, perfect. We'll use this. So obviously, Coos Bay
Yeah.
is a very white area. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
Yo, it's better than it was. I moved here in 1991 and I came from the city and I'd never seen a place where everybody was white before. I didn't know it was a thing and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to be like, why are they all the same? Why does everybody look the same here? And people have moved into town over the years and it's better. But if I noticed it and I was like, what the fuck? How, like, I imagine for you, it's just as much like,
Yeah. So what was that like moving to Coos Bay in the first place?
I
Like,
looked it up. I looked up the percentage.
did you?
Yeah.
When I moved, of, like
Two?
minorities. No, not even.
Yeah.
0.39% African. Not even a percent.
No
Yeah.
shit.
It's like down there.
yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, I looked that up and I was like, well, I'm gonna be here, so I'm gonna try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
But it definitely is like.
Does that like add some like sense of apprehension when you're moving to a place where you're clearly the minority? And
I'd say a little bit, but I just didn't know anything about Oregon.
Yeah.
And like I'd heard things about Oregon,
Yeah.
where it's like you don't want to go there, you know,
Right.
if you're black.
Oregon's history is
Yeah.
not
ugly.
ideal. Yeah,
It's really ugly.
it is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I had a buddy who was a law. He studied law or something here in Oregon because he was from Oregon. And he was like telling me about it, and he was like, "Yeah, sundown towns are still legal out there technically."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
insane.
So bananas. I just don't understand.
No, it's very dated.
Dated is a kind word.
That
for
is
it.
a kind
It's fucked
word.
Is what
it is very fucked. It's very fucked.
We can say dated. But
So, what have you had any like negative experiences being in Coos Bay, like with asshole like ignorant people?
yeah." It's just ignorance, though. Like you said, like I've gotten hard out here and stuff. Like that just comes with it. So it's not.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that we had a woman come into one of our self-defense classes. She was like in her 50s, I think, in her 50s, black woman. And she came in because she like had fucking asshole white dudes like harassing her and calling her slurs and stuff. And she's just like, I just want to like be able to protect myself. And I'm like, you shouldn't even have to fucking deal. But like, obviously we should all be able to protect ourselves. But it just made me so sad to just hear that, 'cause it's fucking gross, man. Like it's awful. And it does make me sad, like living in a community where I know that happens. So I know it happens everywhere, but it's
a small town here, so I feel like it hurts a little bit more because, like, well, for me, it's probably people I went to school with, probably people I've known my whole life, and it's like they never, like, they just stayed back in the day when everybody looked the same,
Right.
and now they don't know what to do, and it's like, I don't know.
there's some diversity coming to town.
Sometimes I hear like other languages in Walmart, and I get so happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, because nobody spoke anything but English when I moved here too. It's like there were no Mexican restaurants in the town. Like
Now there's like 12.
yeah, no, I'm not joking. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, seriously.
So people are definitely ignorant, but outside of that, I got no filter for this place. I've come and gone so many times. I'm here because I live out here. I got the gym. But I think, what would you say? What would you say to the communities that are like, how do we welcome just any outsider? Because I came from California, and that was a problem too. Like everything's a problem here if you are not from here. It doesn't like everybody's.
They don't like the implants here.
No.
So they call us. I'm like, I'm a New York implant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they don't like anybody that's not from here. So I
Got
don't
all
know,
these
like, how
fucking
do we
California,
fix that?
all
How
these
do we,
California implants buying up our houses and shit.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
It's like no, it's
Yeah.
Always California. They're always hating on California. It's
well, it's
crazy.
the closest, right? Washington's the same, so they got Seattle up there, so they got they're all the PNW. What would you say to people that are coming here for any reason? A lot of Coast Guard people are transplanting here. Like, it's a culture shock.
Yeah. No, it is a little bit, but at the same time, like most people are very welcoming here.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
every once
good.
in a while you'll get like a bad experience. You're like, oh, this place sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just off of, a few different interactions. But for the most part, people are really, really nice out here.
That's good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, if someone was moving though, like they asked us that in the survey on base. We had to do a survey or whatever. And they're like, what would you say to someone who's coming here? And I just wrote, don't.
That's so funny.
That was my advice for 20 years, so I hear that hard.
Was that survey before or after you started doing jiu-jitsu?
It was after. It was after.
So jiu-jitsu didn't make you want to stay? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it definitely keeps me sane out here for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
Yeah. You're also a white community, very white gym. Like, what was that, concern for you at all coming in?
No, not really.
I know we have a really good community
It's really good.
at our gym, which is really nice.
Yeah. We weed them out real quick.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be crazy. Bye.
What's the diversity of the Coast Guard?
It's not as diverse as the others.
Yeah.
I mean, just the swimming test. Test deters a lot of people.
Does it?
Yeah, when in reality, it's like you're swimming on your back for like 50 yards.
Right.
So it's anyone could do it.
Right.
But that deters a lot of people. A lot of people don't know how to swim.
Right. Well, that's one of the stereotypes about black people, right? Is that they can't swim.
Yeah, that is one of the
It's like a
stereotypes,
very
yeah.
common stereotype.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
I don't know why that is.
I know.
But what is? Oh,
do
tell
tell.
me.
They
Tell
used
me.
to poison because they had like black pools and I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no
You
shit.
can fact check me on it.
No,
but
we don't even need it.
there
Like, I
was,
trust you.
Two, like, they'd have the white pools and the black pools, and then like throw like stuff in the black pools.
No
So black people
shit.
never swam. 'Cause they're like,
Wow.
there's a bunch of shit in there. Like, I'm not gonna go swim in that.
See, this is the part of history that they don't tell us.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Wow. Did you ever get like
like a
comments
whole-
like, "Oh, you're black and you swim"? Yeah, like,
It's like, yeah.
all the time.
Whatever.
Like, fine. I tested it with the Coast Guard. They let me.
You're like, "Yo, they let me do it. It's
They
fine."
allowed it.
I joke about it because I'm like, yeah, someday I'm gonna swim up to someone and they're gonna be like, just pissed off that there's a black dude in front of them.
The wrong person
They're
saving
just gonna
him.
be so
They're
angry.
like, go on
Like
now,
the
get.
fuck?
Like, I'll do it myself.
We're going again. What the fuck?
Like,
so
peace out,
funny.
homie. Enjoy this ride in the ocean. Rest in peace.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
Well, we appreciate you being, transparent with stuff like this because it's that people like shy away from because it can be uncomfortable, right? History is whitewashed. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
even in New York,
Fuck.
Yeah, but I know I grew up in the school that I went to. It's a super small school. We had 7 through 12 in one building, 400 people total. And so I graduated with 55 kids. And we had one black girl and one black guy in my grade. And that was probably of like 5 or 6 in the whole school.
In New York?
And so I'm upstate New York. So I'm like the town that I'm from is a small, like very white town. The cities around us are a lot more diverse, which is nice. But like that's one of the reasons like my sister isn't sending her kids to the same school that we went to because she's like, I want them to be in a, in a area or in an environment that it's more diverse. And they don't, like, she doesn't want them to be like, picked out like, oh, those are the black kids in school or like,
That would suck.
Yeah. And so, but I remember, our one black guy in my grade, he was adopted by a white family. So I know that is a dynamic where like, I remember like people saying like, you're the whitest black dude I've ever met and shit like that. Have you gotten that before? Because
It's like, how am I supposed to act?
I was going to say, like, what the fuck does that mean?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
What do you say to that?
What do you want me to say?
Right, yeah.
Want me to
So
rob you or something?
I
Like,
was going to say, yeah, but how do you
Yeah.
act? Like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah, no, it is just wild. So
damn.
but yeah, so it's like super interesting to hear your history because we didn't know about any of this. Like all of the
Isn't it crazy though? Like Branch has had his thighs wrapped around my face multiple times.
That's one way to put it.
Let's just like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally that intimate, but we're just learning this about you. Like,
Yeah.
we train like physically so close to each other, and then we're like,
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know what your story is,
Yeah.
what you're going through, what life is like. But
And that's-
fuck yeah,
yeah.
you can choke me with your thighs. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a good transition into how did you get so fucking filthy at triangles? Because holy
This
shit.
fool used my shit against me, and I was like, oh, God damn it. I can't teach anybody anything.
Like my one sole focus when I'm rolling with you is just don't get triangled.
Same.
I'm like, if I can defend a triangle, like I feel like I can be like, okay. But that's my only focus. I'm like, don't let Branch triangle me. Don't let it happen.
you guys are too modest. You be in there messing me up.
No, but like
It's strategic. It's
Yeah.
like, how do I fuck with this, but also like not die?
yeah. So how did you get so good at those?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I because I popped my triangle, like my first open, or popped my hamstring, my first open mat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just completely separated it and had to like take some time off. Yeah. And then I was like, started going back in, and then it was the morning classes, and you're going over triangles. I'm like, dude, this is sick. Yeah. And I was like, I can only do it with one leg. So I was like, trying to get
perfect,
with
yeah.
one leg. Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, I just kind of.
So it came out of necessity for your hamstring.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Love it.
That's one way to master a move. Shit.
And they're so good. They come from everywhere.
They are.
everywhere. I'm always
They are
like,
so good. I would say that you're probably one of the best triangle executors in our gym. Executors?
Not one of.
Executors, is that a word?
Sure. I don't
You
do
have
English.
you have probably one of the best triangle executions in the gym.
The goodest
That's what I
fucking
was looking
triangle
for.
in the gym.
Yeah, it's fucking filthy. So
Actually, I think Branch is. We've trained with a lot of people. I think Branch has one of the better triangles of anybody
everybody
I've trained with.
Yeah,
Wow.
truly.
Yeah.
truly. That's facts.
And he's always so chill with them. Like if you watch Branch set it up, it's like they're already dead. It's like an anaconda. Like all of a sudden they come out of nowhere. The life is gone. The people's faces, it's like dead eyes because they know they can't get out of it. And he's just like slight smirk on his face. Like,
It's so
No
fucking
sweat.
good. It's so
He's
good.
literally not sweating at all.
It's too good. But
He'd be getting everybody black belts and all.
seriously though.
Oh, I've seen it, Branch. I got the video. You hooked her up.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's really fun to roll with you. So I wanna I don't remember you ever really having a super spazzy white belt phase.
No, he did not.
But okay, so what I think is fun. So you got promoted to your blue belt the same night I got promoted to my purple belt, and that was like a really special
glorious.
time. I'm like, oh, I'm sharing this with my friend Branch, and it was like just really exciting. I don't know if you were expecting the promotion. I was not. I knew you were getting promoted. So I was like, I had like my camera ready, and I'm like, yeah, Branch, and then I'm like ready to go take a picture, and he's like, another promotion. So I was really surprised. So it's cool that you were surprised too. But that was a super like special night overall. Tell us about like that sense of accomplishment that you felt like earning that blue belt.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, I'm getting dangerous.
You already were dangerous, but yeah.
But yeah, I just like, I didn't really care too much about the belts because I don't compete. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't put on the gi either.
Yeah.
Which I probably should. But I don't.
The preference.
So I was just like, but it like I thought I would be like, oh, who cares, But
Right.
it was really cool. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is cool.
It's very
Yeah.
validating because you put a lot of work in, and even though you don't compete, it just having the milestone of it. It's like that validation that like you're working hard and you've progressed and like people see it. So I think like you have a great mindset of like, okay, you don't really care about advancing the belt, but you're still advancing your skills and it's showing. So
Oh my God, yeah.
So that's really cool. But what I think is fun about, especially like, I wish I was still like a newer blue belt, because that I think was a really fun stage where you have all these new people coming in and you can fucking murder them. Right? But then you still have like your upper belts that are gonna like challenge you and you're still gonna get fucking smashed.
Yeah.
But it's really fun to be able to mix in getting smashed and then being able to fucking kick these newer people's ass. So how are you enjoying that experience?
Yeah, it's like I'll go get humbled by Phil.
You get humbled by Phil
And
and
go
then
somewhere else, and it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm not terrible.
right.
It's just ebbs and flows with it. That's what I really enjoy though. It's like you'll just get destroyed for 5 minutes and then you'll go do really well for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just this back and forth and you never know. So I really enjoy that.
Yeah, it's really fun. And we've talked a ton about like how it is really beneficial at any level to roll with people of all different levels, because like rolling with white belts, like you can kind of like bait them or get into situations that you're not necessarily super good at, and then you can work from there. Versus so like letting them get something a little bit,
Right.
But you know what I mean? So there's like that balance.
It's a give and take. You still play back and forth chess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like, I love rolling with Jesse and it's exciting when you do something good, but I'm like, he's just like, he wants to work from that position. I'm like, I know that he could defend that and I didn't really get it, but it still feels good when you get it.
But then it's annoying because then it's like, oh, he wanted that position. Like I gave him what he wanted with like your little victory.
Yeah.
I get all salty.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, don't let me have shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I want. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
But it is
Challenge
fun
me.
being in that stage. Enjoy your blue belt.
Yeah.
Like it's
great.
so fun.
Do you think that people come at you differently now that you got a colored belt? Do you see that yet?
I don't really think so. I think it's because I never have the gi on. I'm never wearing the belt actually.
True.
It's true, yeah.
You know, people are like, oh yeah, he's a blue belt. Like no one.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Don't think people.
Do you
really,
own a gi?
Yeah, I do. own a
Okay.
gi. Yeah.
I think I've seen.
I'll come in and just immediately get like whatever the bow and arrow or whatever.
Do you even know how to tie your belt?
Somewhat.
We're gonna have to get you some ranked rash guards so people
That's
know.
what you need. Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't matter. He could just wear all black, and they'd like believe it. They'd be like, "Oh,
True.
this homie's a
That's
black
true.
belt." Like, no worries. Oh god.
So something that we always ask people is, so how long have you been training now? Like a year or so?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. And so what would you tell yourself a year and a half, 2 years ago? Like what advice would you give that branch, who was getting pressured but not wanting to go to jiu-jitsu?
Get your ass up. No, definitely just go do it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like kept me sane out here
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
this town. So
Yeah, it's a huge outlet. What like other benefits have you seen? Like not just, we've talked about some of the benefits with like your Coast Guard job and stuff, but what other positive changes have you seen since starting jiu-jitsu?
maybe a little bit more like routine schedule. So I'm like, okay, I want to go to class on this day and this day. So
Yeah.
it's like planning out a little bit
Yeah.
more, stuff like that. But I don't know, my body hurts a lot. But that's a good thing too. So
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
And obviously, like you're in good shape prior to starting jiu-jitsu because you have a very active job, high demands. But do you feel like stronger, more like secure and stuff like that?
Yeah, I feel like definitely like walking around, like I'm like, okay, like I'd be okay.
Yeah.
That's a good
Unless someone's,
feeling.
Like, really good at something and kick me in the head, that would suck. But
Yeah.
Nobody trains anything in this town, so you're probably pretty good.
yeah, so it's nice walking around and being like, okay, like I can defend myself.
Yeah.
That's a nice feeling.
It's a different sense of confidence. So that's a huge one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I definitely noticed that too. Like, did you feel that too? Like, all of a sudden, once you get to a certain point, for us at least, like, I look over my shoulder less. I ain't trying to, like, I'm always, like, panicking, like, who's around me. But then once I got to my blue belt, I was like, oh, I know how to get away now.
yeah.
So
I don't walk in parking lots with keys between my knuckles
Right.
anymore.
I don't either.
I used to do that.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And that's something that like as a,
Yeah.
female,
I don't check the back seat before I get in the truck anymore.
yeah, like BJ, like when I've done that before, like
Yeah.
like I don't usually do that when I'm with somebody else, but like when I'm alone in parking lot or something,
Yeah,
like
with
I
the
used
key.
to have keys in between each knuckle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I was like, ready because you never fucking know, and it's scary being a chick out here sometimes,
Yeah.
But I don't do that anymore. Which is a cool feeling because
Yeah,
I'm
just
like, you
put 'em in
fucking come
Kimura.
up on me, I dare you. Yeah.
Tear their shoulder off, take it home with you.
I like to take like walks at night after BJ goes to bed, and there's like this. Like my neighborhood's a pretty safe, good area, but there's a little section that's like there's not any street lights. It's a little sketchy, and he's like, "Will you just please not walk down there?" And I'm like, "I fucking want somebody to attack me, bitch.
I wish
Let's
they
go!"
would.
Like I dare them.
What do you mean? Why would I not walk there? That's why I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
come on,
testing
fucking
my
come at me,
skills.
bro.
I train for this shit every day.
We do like to do a little like rapid fire, some fun questions to kind of, lighten it up and have some fun. So if you're down for some rapid fire questions,
Let's hit it.
you ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, so first one, what is your go-to hype song?
Anything NBA young boy.
All right, nice.
Worst advice you've ever received?
I don't know.
That's a hard rapid fire.
one.
Hard rapid fire. I didn't write that. For the record.
Yeah,
Favorite place you've ever traveled?
Switzerland.
Nice. Oh, that's so cool.
One thing on your bucket list. He's already checked them all off. Branch could
Get a
die
Mustang.
tomorrow.
Get a mustache. I thought you were about to say get a mustache.
Oh my God. Are you working on that? No, just kidding.
Are you allowed to have facial hair in the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You have to go to like the doctor or whatever, and they have to be like, oh yeah, you can't because you'll get like ingrowns or whatever.
Oh,
So it's like
okay.
a medical thing.
Okay,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to do a few more here.
Yeah.
Some of them, I don't think I need to do this one, but what's your favorite submission?
Man, trying.
All right. Gi or no gi?
No gi.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Takedowns or guard pulls?
I'm sitting down.
Attaboy. If you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you bought? Your Mustang?
Probably my Mustang. Get my parents a crib.
Nice. I love that. If you had to change careers right now, what career would you choose?
I don't know.
I'm asking hard rapid fire questions.
Yeah, these are like
It is
deep
hard.
thought rapid fire.
Yeah, sorry. I guess. We'll just-
It wasn't as fun as we thought it was
sorry,
going to be.
My bad. I'm gonna ask some real fun either ors. My favorite either or question is: would you rather have a penis for your finger or a vagina for your belly button?
I'll probably take the belly button.
It's a good choice.
You walking around with the dick on your hand is crazy.
Everybody can
It
see
would be something. Yeah, it would be something.
Crazy.
All right. Last question. If your best friend had to describe you in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Probably degenerate would be one of them.
Good friends.
Kind.
Yeah.
Probably on there. Oh, probably those two.
Those
Degenerate,
two?
but nice.
Yeah, degenerate. A kind
Kind
degenerate.
degenerate.
Hearted degenerate.
What words would you use to describe him?
I would definitely say kind. I would say persistent. And Branch don't fuck around.
Branch doesn't fuck around.
I mean, he might fuck around, but he's going to get the job done too.
He's like, I mean, you're not like a giant person, but you're like a gentle giant, you know? Like you're kind, but fucking fierce.
was
And
like a
like,
backhanded
you know what I mean? Like, you know that, I don't know.
He's like,
You know what I mean.
you want to give him a hug, but you might get killed.
You're like a teddy bear that might choke you, you know? With his legs. No.
Oh my God. So let's bring it down a little bit. Do you have anything happening in your life? Any like shout outs or plugs? You got any like, well, you don't sing, so there's no albums coming out.
Yeah, no. It would be, y'all's ears would probably bleed.
Bro, you can rap an album though.
Oh, I'm not a good rapper neither.
Oh man. Oh God. So we always talk about like how do we like come down from everything. So like the chill zone is like how you relax and like get yourself like ready for the next week and like how to go at it again. So what do you do for that? Like how do you self-regulate?
I'll just play just nap a lot. Nap a lot, and I'll just play like video games with my friends. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Nice.
there's nothing really to do out here. So
No.
I would love to go play basketball, but like,
Yeah.
I don't like go in the hail and go play basketball out here. So
Yeah.
it's just really relaxing.
Yeah. That was one of the things when I asked him to like share some like hobbies and stuff. He was like, I really love to nap.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, hell
Jesse
yeah.
loves naps too. It's a daily hobby for him.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really great.
This has been fantastic.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome,
Thanks
Branch.
for coming, Branch.
Yeah.
You guys for having me.
No, this has been super fun, and I always love to get to know people, you know, off the mats. And you have a very fascinating story, so hopefully we can keep getting to know you better and keep getting choked by you. So
Thanks for having
Perfect.
me.
yeah, thanks so much,
Branch.
Branch.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at chokeholdsandchillpod or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.
Want to hear a really funny story about the day that I moved into my house?
Yes.
I hope.
It's so embarrassing. It's so
never
fucking
say
stupid.
less. Let's go.
So it was when I had my last Subaru, which is standard, and I was like going back and forth between the old apartment and our house, moving shit, and backed into the garage, and I got out of the car to start bringing shit inside. I brought a box in, and I go out into the garage, and my car is slowly rolling away because I forgot to put the e-brake on. I'm fucking not kidding. It rolled and it was like slow motion
She's
because
having
the
a
garage
safety
is
meeting.
like the garage is pretty low. I was high. The garage is level, but it's like just a
new?
little bit of a slope, and then the driveway's down. So I'm like, oh no. And it just I couldn't even get to it fast enough. I'm running. My cameras weren't set up at the time, so I'm so sad that that's not recorded. Yeah, it ran into the mailbox across the street.
Oh, well, welcome
And
to
went
the
into the
neighborhood.
person's actually the guy was in the Coast Guard guy, but he was really awkward and like kind of like I don't know. He never left the house. He had Domino's delivered like 3 or 4 days a week.
Is his name Jen?
He's just a real weird dude, but I didn't know what to do because I'm like looking around. I'm like, okay, nobody saw that. I don't know who to go talk to because I don't know any of my neighbors. This is my first day
Someone
here.
has a camera.
Yeah,
Someone
so
saw that.
like I kind of like I backed it up into the driveway and like had a big dent in my car. If you guys were wondering what that was from,
Didn't even see it.
you've definitely noticed it before. You made a comment before, and I was like, I don't want to talk about it at the time. But anyways, okay. So anyways, that's my embarrassing story. But he came out and I was like, I'm really sorry. Like, sorry about your mailbox.
Here's $50.
Sorry. I actually did get him a Domino's gift card.
Did you?
I put it in a thank you card because I broke his mailbox. I mean, just the top of it, like the mailbox came off of the stand, whatever. So he had to
so
screw
it was
it back
repairable.
on. It was
Okay.
repairable. He just had to like screw it back in place, but I still felt terrible. And I wrote him like a thank you card. And I was like, thanks for being cool. I'm really sorry. Not the best first impression. Have some pizza.
How many times have you guys neighborly hung out since then?
He actually moved recently, which was good because
But before that, zero,
never.
right?
No, we're barely any words exchanged.
He used that gift card, though.
Oh, for sure. But anyways.